Seeger.
Yeah,
Still the same.
it is.
It's a good one. What made you want to do that one?
I just heard it somewhere. I was like, Richard likes that dumb music.
I do.
And it's kind of got a cool little thing to it, you know? I'm like, oh, let's play that one, see if he knows it. I know he will.
I like it. Good one. Good choice.
We're starting the video off with Bob Seger.
That's okay. We're going to be in around the same era. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures. We're going back to
We're going back to 1977.
Good year for the Grateful Dead.
And we're going to talk about Scorpions.
The Scorpions. All right. What are we going to talk about?
So everybody knows No One Like You, Rock You Like a Hurricane, Wind of Change.
I know Wind of Change. I probably know the other ones if they're on the radio.
You know the other ones. This one is called The Sails of Charon.
Charon.
Being the ferryman from Greek mythology.
That you have to pay 2 quarters to get over the river.
That guy. This is from an album called Taken by Force.
The river's called Charon, isn't it?
I think
The river Styx.
Yes, the river Styx. It's either the ferryman is Charon or the boat is Charon.
I think he's just called the ferryman.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Maybe it's the boat.
I'm here and there.
Either way, it's the Sails of Charon.
There's an interesting show on Netflix right now called Chaos with Jeff Goldblum. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
You haven't? Do you know the Netflix stuff? It's a limited series.
Okay.
But it incorporates all the Greek mythology.
Okay.
And a bunch of different stories, Zeus and Hera, and they go into Hades.
Okay.
It's got a lot of actors in it that you like.
Okay.
But Goldblum plays Zeus.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So this one has, they have the hits. They were a very internationally successful band, but in my opinion, Scorpions are still underrated as a band, as musicians.
You heard it here, folks.
This is my opinion, and this is one of their most underrated songs, in my opinion, as well. The guitar riff is one of my all-time favorites.
Richard says we're missing out. We're not paying attention to the Scorpions.
I'm not saying we're not paying attention.
You are. You said we're underrated, and what you were thinking was, you people are idiots. We're not listening to the Scorpions. I don't know.
All right, let's do this one. This is The Sails of Charon.
The Sails of
Scorpions.
Charon by the Scorpions.
All right, this is The Sails of Charon by
Your mom.
Scorpions. Ready to roll?
Proceed, Richard. What?
Lay it on me.
You got stuff to tell me now?
Just a little bit, but not much. What's your thoughts on the song?
I love those kind of scales.
Man, that riff, that opening riff, and then they go back to it.
Just tell me first what you got to tell me.
So this was from Taken by Force. It's the 5th studio album by the German band Scorpions, obviously. It was the final album to feature the guitarist Uli John Roth.
Why? What happened? He just wanted to do other things?
I guess it was just, they parted ways. There is one cool note that I think he'll appreciate. So there's a song on the album called We'll Burn the Sky.
Okay.
The lyrics to that were initially a poem written by Monica Dannemann, who was the last girlfriend of Jimi Hendrix, and the song is a tribute to Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I never was a big fan of Monica Dannemann.
Okay.
I had a problem with her.
Okay.
Big Jimi Hendrix fan here.
Yeah, obviously. That's why I wanted to give you that little tidbit.
Yeah, she was with him. He threw up. She called Eric from the Animals to come over, but she didn't call him. You know, dude's throwing up on his own vomit, so supposedly, allegedly, and she's with him. I just didn't know what to do about the Jimmy. Whatever. Thanks a lot. You could have done something more. They were drinking, I know, he was eating sleeping pills and drinking wine. So they say. Who knows? It could have been the government.
You know, there's a clip of Stevie Ray Vaughan hinting at that in an interview.
I mean, there's a lot.
Hendrix was kind of taken out.
I did see something about his manager. Jimi Hendrix was fixing to get rid of his manager at the time. And his manager, I mean, Jimmy was a god.
Yeah.
And I've heard that his manager did it.
Okay.
Because Jimmy Jimmy was a nice dude. He was, well, they say he was, there's times where he wasn't, but he was a drinker. He just liked the booze.
Yeah.
And whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's I'm sure it wasn't just what they said. I mean, he was a drink. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. So back to Scorpions.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this song?
Well, so is it better? So they have their hits, right? Okay.
Massive hits.
Massive hits. And I can't sing any of them other than The Wind of Change right now in my head. But I know I would probably know the other ones.
Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Everybody knows that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's this song.
Yeah.
So is it cooler for the listener that all of these morons, and you'll understand what I mean when I say morons,
Okay.
like Rock You Like a Hurricane. And that's the one that people say, the Scorpions. Then they have this song, which is jamming.
Absolutely.
And so as the listener, is it something that you get to kind of keep for yourself in your pocket? You say, oh, you like the Scorpions? You want to rock you like a hurricane? And then know that you have this song that, or any of whatever, any of their other music, whatever. And you get to like them really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
You know the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a huge fan of their hits as well. But this one just has a special place where it's like, it's not as on the radar, kind of like what you're referencing. Like, not everybody knows about what the Scorpions are actually capable of.
Is that better for the listener? Is if you like a band, is that cooler to say?
No, because if it was, I wouldn't be putting it on our YouTube channel.
Well, come on, man. Don't just break the argument up like that with actual facts.
No, maybe. I think.
Well, and the reason I'm saying that is
it might make the song personally in an isolated setting. When I say isolated, like myself, and I, this is ours, and not everybody appreciates it.
yeah, and because if it was the other way around, if it was this song that was immensely popular, and "Rock You Like a Hurricane" was not, would you be showing me "Rock You Like a Hurricane" on this channel?
Absolutely.
Well, I wouldn't be saying it was good.
Absolutely.
I guess "Rock You Like a Hurricane" it can be a good song because it's. But I don't know. I'm in this mindset lately of this whole philosophical mindset of just if everybody likes it, there's something wrong with it.
I've been that way my whole life. That's
Me
why
too.
the last 6 videos we've done, that's what I've talked about.
Right, me too. But it's more along the lines of say, all right, so because I never searched out any Scorpions music because of what I've heard on. I mean, I knew they were from somewhere else. I didn't even know where. I thought it was like a Slavic country or Germany's not Slavic, no. They're or Nordic or something. I didn't know. I didn't think it was Germany. I thought it was going to be like Czechoslovakia or
Sure.
Yugoslavia or something.
Yeah.
I don't think that country exists anymore.
Okay.
That's why I said it. Anyway, stop getting me sidetracked, Richard. And you could tell that, and I like that they have an accent where it seems like it might be even difficult for them to speak to you in English at times. Like some bands will actually learn the English lyrics to a song and not be able to speak English. And I kind of thought that was what was going on with them. Having no idea about anything, never did any looking into the Scorpions ever. And I don't really like that song, "Rock You Like a Hurricane." I see why it's popular.
Sure.
I do like "Wind of Change" because I'm a ballady kind of a dude.
You know the conspiracy theory around that song?
No, what? Please tell me.
Yeah. This is fringe conspiracy theory stuff.
My favorite.
Yeah. But the word on the street from the conspiracy standpoint is that song was, I don't know if it was written or promoted, maybe both, by the CIA.
Why would it be?
I guess the subject matter.
Changing things?
No, it's very specific in what it's talking about, and I don't quote me because I can't recall the specifics of the song and the nature of the song and the topic of the song, but it's German,
Stuff.
the wall and stuff.
Yeah. I have no doubt that the CIA probably did it. I believe that conspiracy theory. I don't even know anything about it.
It's something you can look into.
Yeah.
I haven't done a deep dive on it, but I've when I was kind of refreshing my memory on Scorpions and this song and the album and their hits, that one kept kind of creeping in,
Really?
In the subreddits and
Wow.
in those areas. Take that for what it's worth.
I will look that up for sure.
Yeah. Wind of Change was.
CIA controls all the entertainment industry in this country. So anyway, I liked this song because of, and I guess this is sort of something that happened in the 70s a lot, but I like it. And it's whenever they start a drum beat, and I like that drum beat.
Yeah, man. It just fits.
It's just a rock and roll thing.
Yeah.
And then to start out with guitar, just guitar.
Yeah.
And you're playing the guitar over that.
And that, that riff, that style, because he was one of the earlier pioneers of the neoclassical shredder type. Him and Richie Blackmore and those guys, Yngwie Malmsteen. And it just, I don't know, man.
Fits together quite nicely, doesn't
I can listen to this song I can just hit it on repeat and listen to it all day, every
That's
day.
rocking, dude. And it has a cool thing about the dissonant sounds in that scale. It has the major note in it. But you can leave it alone, you can leave the major out of it. But then there it is. So it sort of throws you for a loop.
Yeah.
But then when you just add the chord, it's a major chord. And they do that in the beginning. They're doing that. And then or whatever. But then he brings in the major note on it, and it just made me think. It was like, well, it's a rock song, and a lot of times when you're playing some of those things, it's a bar chord situation. It sounded like it was a bar chord situation in the beginning, and then they added the major. In the very beginning, they are playing bar chords. It's just the 1, 5, and the 1 there, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you hear, ba-na-na. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I like that. I just like that because you don't. Sometimes you stay away from that. Like Metallica stays away from that. Mm-hmm. Metallica doesn't have the minor or the major addition. They just stay on the bar chord thing. Which is fine, you know? There's nothing wrong with that, Richard. Mm-hmm. They can do that if they want to. Yeah. But it's very musical. I think it's very, they don't neglect anything in the music, you know? Like they take full advantage of what they can do, you know, whereas like even Nirvana, when you listen to Nirvana and he's playing his bar chords, sometimes he's just playing 2 notes, which is good, fine. I'm just saying these guys are taking full advantage of everything they got to them, and I mean those little breaks in between, going back into the verses or in the chorus, and they're mimicking each other on the melody. He's singing the melody, and then they're playing the melody over here, and it's cool to build a whole song around one particular melody. I really like in the beginning how the guitar player goes, vroom.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the riff.
And then the way the song ends, I think it's very classical with that acoustic guitar, and you can tell his neoclassical influences and his classical influences are just painted all over that song.
100%.
Especially when you hear that riff being played slowly on the acoustic as it's fading out, and then you go, oh, that's the same riff he played at the beginning, essentially, that sounds like a classical piece of music.
Yeah, and the subject matter is classical, and it's if the definition of classical is go way back.
Yeah.
So it sort of adds to the ambiance of the song, being an ancient subject matter. Yeah. Mythology and that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm impressed by the Scorpions. I didn't know that they could rock like that's a rock. That's a.
Yeah, we'll do some more from them. I've got a couple others
banger. That's what you would call a
in the
banger there.
That I enjoy.
Scorpion, like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Is there anything else that stuck out? I mean, he's basically just singing about the underworld stuff. But he has that kind of voice that kind of gets someone, you know, that I don't necessarily like all the times. But I thought he did this good. I like the accent.
That was the only thing I figured you would.
No, but he doesn't go, and he's not so far in front of the mix. Like the mix was really good. The drums sounded great.
Yeah, the whole mix is.
The guitar sounded great.
All of it is just. So and I think the other thing that it's a little bit unorthodox for they open with that little riff and then they go into that next dum 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 dum, and then he just breaks out in this shredding guitar solo, and then he doesn't really solo the rest of the song other than playing the harmonies under the last verse.
They're moving. Yeah, they're moving.
But he doesn't do any. It's just and I say it's unorthodox. I'm sure it's done a lot.
The guitar solo usually is at the end. Is at the end of the song.
And it kind of leaves you anticipating. Oh, if that was the warm up, what's he going to do at the end of the song? And then they don't do it, and I like that.
Absolutely, and that's probably why a song, that's probably why the song isn't that popular, because people don't want to hear. They want to hear you
gratification of.
They want you to start singing after you do the intro to the song.
Yeah.
And that hit me too. I was wondering at first, is this an instrumental song? Because at first,
it goes a while. It's
goes
2 minutes before he does any vocals.
That is not radio friendly.
Not at all. Not at all.
You can't do that here on the FM, son.
No. Mm-hmm.
So I can, put that music out there. That's the stuff I want to hear. That's kind of what I meant by, as a listener, are you happy when something like that happens? When you find a band that is not just playing Rock You Like a Hurricane songs in order to get on the radio, I shouldn't bring up Rock You Like a Hurricane.
It's a great song.
Is it?
It's a great song. I'm not going to knock it. It's also very classic rock radio friendly.
Yeah, and that's fine. These are all different conversations.
And it was also on one of the Guitar Hero games as well. Because the guitar work, again, I don't care if it's the most radio friendly song of all time. His guitar work in anything he does is he makes it his own, and it's memorable. Like that Rock You Like, even No One Like You, which I know you've probably heard it too.
Sing it.
No.
Ah, dang. One day you're gonna just start breaking into it.
You can sing along with the guitar melodies and the solos, and
I'm not trying.
Not everybody can pull that off.
I'm not trying to down Rock You Like a Hurricane.
No, I know.
I'm just using it as an example to say, and I'm not articulating exactly what I mean. I know you want to get out of this video. I'm just saying it's cool to me. It's always been cool to me. I remember just because it hit me. The Pearl Jam album 10, the first album they came out with, everybody was on Even Flow, everybody was on Jeremy, and I thought those were the worst songs on the album. Not Even Flow rocks.
Yeah.
Come on. But then there's songs towards the end of the album, Garden, just these other songs that I never heard people talking about, and that I never listened to.
Yeah.
I listened to Alive on that album over and over and over, and then even the first track, Go. I didn't even listen to I got the album because I heard the song on the radio Alive, and was like, what is this, And then listen to that song over and over and over, and then the whole second half of the album, I didn't pay up. There's a song called Porch on there that is rocking, dude, just takes off. And it came to me later. And then I'm trying to have conversations with people about Pearl Jam. Like, I'm not a big fan of Jeremy. Because it was a massive hit.
Yeah.
And it literally almost worked its way into the vernacular of speaking about anytime you may say a line, or say the word Jeremy around, or name Jeremy around somebody, everybody's like, oh, hi, again, his fork hand.
Yeah.
So, but then, I don't know, then I felt like I had this secret knowledge of Pearl Jam because I listened to the rest of the album.
Yeah.
And do you know the song Garden by Pearl Jam? What is that? Never on the radio. So that's kind of what I was asking is that a thing for you?
Sure.
It is for me.
Yeah.
And it might be stupid, but.
No, it's definitely a thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Do you know the real Scorpions?
Right.
Right. But then if you have something like this in your pocket to back it up, I'm open to Scorpions now for sure. I thought that song was jamming. There was everything I like in a song. It was simple.
Yeah.
But then it was complex, and then it didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
It took you through a soundscape of noise, which I love, long intros and Pink Floydian types.
You're good.
Pink type stuff, and the classical stuff, obviously. So, yeah, okay, you can get out of here now. Thanks for showing me this song, Richard. I really appreciate it. Scorpions rocked me like a hurricane today.
Oh, thanks for watching, everybody. We are great, man.
The winds of change are blowing through my mind of my opinion of the Scorpions.
My name is Richard. He's Judson. That was The Sails of Charon
Great visuals.
by Scorpions from 1977. Have a wonderful day, everybody.